When life is hard and everything that you need to be going right starts going left, just go fishing. That's what I'm doing. All my problems, worries, there is no better therapy than fly fishing. Fly fishing therapy is amazing. That's what I'm doing today. Some lightweight trout fishing. It's a gorgeous day. And I want to try some of these buzzers I've been tying. Try the washing line. So today I'm going to start off by showing you how to set up my leader. I've been getting a lot of comments on how to put droppers together. So I'm going to just tie it well. I would normally just do this before I even turn the camera on. I thought, why not? Why not if I'm putting together a whole new leader on a lightweight setup? I'll show you exactly how I do it. So you take put your fly line loop there. All I'm going to do is, in fact, let's put a little bit more line out on that just to make it easier. I'm going to take today I'm using 7-pound sight free. That may be flipped the wrong way for you, but it's 7-pound sight free fluorocarbon. And I'm going to start off with one full wingspan. So that's my first wingspan, second wingspan, third wingspan. That's my leader length, and I'm just going to snip it there. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is tie one end of that leader, so that's just straight 7-pound nylon, 7-pound fluorocarbon. I'm just going to tie that straight onto my fly line knot. So I'm just going to turn it, do a straight blood knot, so I'm going to just turn it 4 times. And then put it back through that loop there. See that tiny loop next to the fly line? That's where this other end is going. And then wet it. And then just pull it together. That is now a tight blood knot, or fisherman's knot. And that's the only knot to the fly line. Now, for the first top dropper, I'm going to do one wingspan. Now, for the actual dropper knot itself, I'm going to take one. I like to measure my droppers in a bit of a strange way. I go from one ear to the other ear, and that's my perfect leader line, my perfect dropper line. Now, I don't have to faff around. The only reason I do it like that is that I don't have to faff around measuring every time. I like to use body measurement. So one wingspan, one wingspan, one wingspan. 2 ears worth of dropper lengths. Now, it is weird, I accept that, but it works for me. And I'm shameless, so I don't mind doing that in the car park and everyone watching me throw a leader around my face. So, for the dropper knot, you want to find the middle of your wingspan. That's where my dropper's going. And simply lay one piece over the other. So I've got my main leader and that piece of dropper that I've just put together. You're going to hold those two pieces together and make a loop. Now I've made a loop, you want to take the end that goes towards your point fly and put both of those ends through the loop. Doesn't matter which way you go. And then I'm just grabbing it, pulling it through. Now it looks like this. And then I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to do a 2-turn water knot is what it's called. Or an anchor knot if you're a seafarer. So those two ends have went through it together. You can do it a third time. 2 is always enough for me. And then I'm going to hold this end of the loop and pull it tight so that keeps this bit as small as possible. So that's all we've done. Taken a loop, put it through twice, pulled it tight. You're now just going to cut off that tag that goes back up towards your fly line, so you're keeping the piece that points down towards your point fly. Now that's important for not getting in tangles. If you're finding that you're getting a lot of tangles when you're fishing with droppers, it might be that your dropper's pointing up the fly line, causing it to spin in the water. Now if you're finding that, just try playing around with different dropper lengths as well. Like you can cut it a wee bit shorter. Actually today I think that's a wee bit too long, so I'm going to cut it short. But that's now a 3-fly cast. You put 2 droppers on at each wingspan and you're good to go. Welcome back everyone, and as a starter, I just said that I'm going to start on the washing line, but what I've done is I've actually put a dry fly on the point because there are so many fish rising. Now, you see, I just missed one there, first cast. So many fish rising everywhere here today. This is the 16th of March, so, you know, we're just starting to get into that time of the year. I saw the guy across me here, he was fishing dries as well, and so immediately had to start with a dry fly and 2 buzzers. So those 2 buzzers that we showed at the start of the video, they're on the top and middle dropper, but the point fly is a dry fly. And I've started off here with a yellow owl, so it's a size 16 yellow owl I think I've got on, because I couldn't actually see anything hatching. And that's one of the problems early in the season, is that when there's absolutely nothing hatching, it's kind of hard to match any hatches. So I try and just go generic and have sort of merger patterns that are either olive black or yellow owl coloured. And tried to hold back on the one there. They were kind of coming up and swirling at it. They were being quite spooky, which is quite common, I think, for stillwater fish that are rising. These small stillwaters, the fish, I think, can be a lot more spooky on dries than they are on larger waters. Or for wild brownies, they throw themselves at dry flies. So this is one of the places where you kind of have to be slow and picky with when you strike, because you're going to miss quite a lot of fish, purely because they've not actually taken the fly. They'll swirl at it, they'll top and tail over it, sometimes they'll even try and drown it. As you see later in this video, a few fish try and drown it, but so much fun to be back on the top of the water, fishing top of the water patterns. And yeah, we managed to get rewarded. What was this, like 3rd cast, something like that? And on the 4-weight rod as well. This just feels incredible. 4-weight, dry flies. What time of year is it? Feels like spring has fully sprung. What a take. I was playing with it for so long. Gorgeous fish. Thanks very much. He's hooked right in the back of the nose. Now, what you just saw there in that last clip was me drying the fly at the end there. I like to do like short, rapid breaths just to completely get rid of that moisture that it's gained being in the fish's mouth and being under the water for so long. So those rapid, fast breaths are just a great way to just quickly get rid of that water and keep the CDC nice and dry. Now, this was quite a lucky fish. I was pulling off the top of the water to cast somewhere else, and this fish just threw itself at the fly.
To get us away from the water.
And yeah, it was a great fight on this tiny 4-weight.
Oh, this wee 4-weight, that feels insane. Look at the bend in the rod.
Oh, he's wrapped himself. Oh no, that hook's gonna come out. That hook's gonna come out. There we go. Nice. Managed to get him before that happened. Gorgeous fish. Now, I did also change the droppers a fair bit because I didn't have it much interest on the buzzers at all. So I put on 2 dowelbacks instead. So still the dry on the point and then 2 dowelbacks behind it. And that started to play amazing balls here because have a look at this take. Just keep your eye on the end of this line here because as I started to just slowly figure out, this is the best part about the washing line, these takes. They are ripping takes. Oh, that's amazing. The stuff of dreams. So excited for the rest of the season. Can't wait to do some more washing line fishing. Whoa, fucking hell. What the hell? Gorgeous fish. And there's a nymph. And he's Ruth, a wee dowelback. Beautiful. That flashback on it is so nice. Black hook. Easy peasy. Now, this was just one of those days where the fish were enjoying different flies. So I just changed over to a fab on the point, took the dry off, changed to a fab, and you can see here there was fish following it as soon as it hit the surface. So just a steady figure of 8, and wait till you see this take. Oh, it's such a cracking take. I absolutely love fishing the washing line for this reason. You can fish it slow, you can fish it fast, it doesn't really matter, and it's just so much fun. Fish. Beautiful. Now, for this last bit, I just wanted to show quickly how I change flies. So, after those last couple of fish, fish started coming up more frequently and I wasn't getting as many looks in on the fab and the nymphs. So I decided to change to 2 hoppers because I'd been getting quite a few fish on those fast figure of 8s. So rather than just fishing straight dries, which I'd had quite a few fish on already, I wanted to put these 2 hoppers on, 1 claret and 1 black. I quite enjoy trying to fish multiple colours, kind of the same premise as fishing different colour buzzers. If they fancy one different colour, then you know you're going to be able to target them by having multiple colours on one cast, rather than putting all your eggs in one basket. So here I've got 1 black and 1 claret, and then all I'm going to do is just cast these out. They will sit on the top of the water for a little bit, but I try and actually pull them subsurface. So I'll give them a couple of really quick pulls just to get them kind of subsurface, and then I like figure 8ing them back fast. Here I'm just waiting to see if there's many fish rising, which there's quite a few fish rising on my right hand side here, so I just re-lift this off and then lay it on top. You can see quite a few fish rising there in that slack water. Try and present the flies as neatly as possible, and then I'm just going to straighten it up, put them subsurface, and start twitching them back, and it works out just fine. On this before me, this is so hard. I love this. Oh my God, how do you get out of that? Nice fish. Now, if you want to grab yourself any of the flies in this video, or any other fly tying and fly fishing materials, go and check out My Fishing Flies in Grangemouth, or on their website, myfishingflies.com. They have loads of stuff from loads of flies, everything you could ever need. Go and check them out. Really high quality stuff, and Dale and Tracy are lovely. They'll help you out. Thanks, guys.